Hey y'all, Mr. Farrell here. Check it out. The staff has a two-book reading assignment over Christmas break. It's this book and also another book called Grit. This book is about whether you have a fixed mindset, where you say that your abilities are basically set and there's nothing you can do about them, and how you deal with adversity, or an open mindset where you actually learn from adversity. And I think that all of you in AP Stats have a very open mindset. But anyway, there's lots of different stories about how people have overcome adversity, and really just thinking about how you think about yourself. I think it would be a great book to read, even if you just skimmed it. So anyway, I'm just putting that out there. And let's get to Chapter 7. This is a Ziploc bag with 4 flashlights. We are going camping. And when I say we, I mean me and my kids and my wife. Why are we going camping when it's cold and rainy out? Because when my kids move out of the house, I don't want them to move back. Okay, now, the other thing is my wife, on the other hand, she's stuck with me. All right, so what do you need with these flashlights? Well, you need batteries. Okay, let's see about these batteries. Here are the batteries. Now, the company says that the average lifespan of the battery is 17 hours, with a standard deviation of 0.8 hours. How do they know that without testing every battery? They're saying, I guess that's an estimate of how long the batteries last. Well, how do they come up with that estimate? There must be some systematic way. Well, let's think about it. Well, seriously, what would you do if you ran the company to come up with that number? Well, they must make thousands of batteries per hour. So they probably have somebody that randomly takes, let's just say, 30 batteries each hour, and then they test them under normal conditions and see what the average is for those 30 batteries, right? Some are a little high, some are a little low. Add them up, divide by 30. That's your new average just for those 30 batteries. So that's a sample from your population. So let's just say for this first group of batteries, the average lifespan is 17.8 hours. We'll talk about the standard deviation later, but what would you do with that? Well, you do it many, many, many times. This is called a statistical inference, where we test something many, 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 many times and come up with a number and say, we think that this is pretty close to what it is for the entire population. Can you tell for sure? No. But we do the best we can, right? So if you take this one group, 17.8 hours, but you do that a whole bunch of times, and then make a dot plot of what that looks like. I wonder what it would look like. Hold on a second. So here's our dot plot, and I put a dot here where, let's see, that's 17.8. Okay, now let's just say we do that a whole bunch of times, and I bet that you could probably guess what it's going to look like. Here's a crude sketch of what I think it would look like, and you would say, oh yeah, the middle's right around at 17. Now remember, each dot represents a sample, okay? Lots and lots of samples. So actually, the average of our sample could be thought of as a random variable, like we did in the last chapter. And then we do a z-score and all like that. Well, here we go again. All right. So here's another important thing. The population right here, when we're talking about population, we use the word parameter. So the parameter is when we say, well, we think that the average of the entire population is 17. We would say that's a parameter. A statistic has to do with the sample, Okay, so the average of the sample. Okay, we say statistic. One easy way to remember is P, population parameter, both with P, sample statistic, both with S, and we can't mix those up. But the big thing is remember, we're just going to take samples over and over and over and over and over again and see where they land, and then see what develops, and we say, oh, okay, we think that the population has an average of 17. Now, we may have that information to begin with, right, and then we would test it. Okay, that's how we start Chapter 7. So tomorrow, I think I'll try to make a video about what it is when we talk about a sampling distribution and also an unbiased estimator. Anyway, hope you watched this video, and I'll send you a Remind 101. Okay, see you later, bye.